face him. Yes, you sit down. You want to face him? Are you good to take them? No. Okay, take one step over this way. Or Jim.
Back in the middle.
In the middle.
That's perfect.
Perfect. All right, can you all come closer so you can hear, because it's New York. Lots of noise. Welcome, everyone. Everybody from across the sea? Yes?
Yeah.
So, new worlds are being constantly created as marriages take place. Today we witness the birth of a new world in the marriage of Mel and Rick. Already committed for 12 years to each other, you've chosen this day and this place to sanctify your love and commitment in front of your family and your friends and enter into your new world. To stand before those we love most in the world and to promise to love another person openly, trustingly, without limit or precondition, and to do this for a lifetime. This is perhaps the bravest thing that two people can do. Today, Mel and Rick do exactly that. They not only promise each other, they promise each of you that the person you love will be well cared for. It is said that when one human soul loves another, the angels abandon the heavens and come in, stand, and sit before the couple and sing for joy. Today, I see a bunch of angels here. So if you could each look at the face of the person next to you, take a look, then you will definitely see that there are some British angels here. For each of you have come here and come a long way to be here for Mel and for Rick. Your being here helps bless and sanctify their day. This is a gift you give to them and one for which I know they're most appreciative. So I'm going to invite all you designated angels to go into your hearts, open them as wide as you can, send all your love to surround Mel and Rick as they become indeed husband and wife. So one of the things I like to do when a couple stands here is to tell their love story. Now this one goes back 12 years. So I'm going to try to make it a shortened version of 12. But I think it's important for them to remember how they got here. You met on New Year's Eve, 2001. You were only 15 years old. Mel, you say you really fancy Rick, but he didn't speak to you all night. Later, you discovered that he was just shot. On that New Year's Eve, Rick, you and your friends were having a gambling night. I hope the parents don't know some of it. But huge money was involved, maybe even as much as 25 pence, which computes to how much? In U.S.
10 cents.
Oh, okay. Really high stakes. But you'd also managed to get hold of a few beers. They were 15, you guys know that. Suddenly, your game was interrupted by three girls banging on the back patio window. Your friend let them in, and you remember being immediately taken aback by the beautiful blonde who was, lest there be any misunderstanding, Mel. You thought, she's amazing, but she's way out of my league. However, your opinion dramatically changed when she proceeded to enter the fridge with her friends and steal your beer. Mel actually stuffed one down her top. They all ran out the back door, and the guys were left with nothing to drink. After a couple hours or so, you decided to go and find them, and you were hoping to get your beers back. Oh, you found the beers at a friend's house. Rick, you told Gary, yes, that you really like Mel. And he decided to play Cupid, and he told Mel's friend that you really liked her. Unfortunately, the friend told him that Mel would not be interested. You were more than a little heartbroken. But the friend was wrong, because 3 weeks later, after returning home, your mom told you, Mom, that's British for mom, yes, told you that Gary had been ringing you incessantly. And when he got you on the phone, he said to you in a very exciting manner, I quote you right, "You're not going to believe it, that Mel from New Year's thought you were fit," which I'm going to assume meant, okay, and she wants to meet up with you. So you found Mel's house and you began going out. You'd walk Jasper together, and I hope I'm not telling you, and then Mel would sneak you up to her room so her parents wouldn't embarrass you. The rest is history. You've been together ever since. Mel, you knew Rick was the one when you were both 16. You really believe that Rick is your soulmate. And you feel so lucky that you found him early and got to experience so much together. In 12 years, you have been through so much together. College, graduating the university, moving into your first flat, quitting your jobs, traveling for a year, coming home, buying your first home, and of course, the birth of Ms. Orla. Rick is like your right arm, you say, and you can't imagine your life without him. Rick, you've always known you wanted to spend your life with Mel. You chose the same college, same university, jobs in the same city to make sure you'd be together. But the defining moment for you was when you were traveling in New Zealand. You had been in a tiny, rusty old camper van. Do you remember the camper van? For the best part of 3 months. You couldn't shower. You couldn't afford decent food. You lived off packets of noodles and beans. But besides being in each other's pockets, as you say, for 24 hours a day, you were always laughing and joking. You remember being in this campsite on the lake, and all you had was a chess set, a cheap bottle of wine, and a couple of books. Apparently, that's all you need. There was no TV, no music, no internet, and yet you two were happy. And you knew then that you wanted Mel to be in your life forever. Right? This is what you love about Mel. You love that she's so inspirational. She gives you the strength to pursue, you say, the unreachable star. She drills this inner belief in you that that genuinely makes you feel you can achieve anything. Without her, you say, you wouldn't bother to get up in the morning. Most importantly, Mel is every dad's dream for the mother of their child. You say she's the most loving and caring mother in the world. Orla is very lucky to have her, and you think Orla knows that. Mel, this is what you love about Rick. Your favorite thing about him is his sense of humor. He's completely incapable, you say, of taking anything seriously. He has such a wicked sense of humor and will say or do anything just to get a laugh or reaction out of people. Whatever you're doing, he always makes it fun or diffuses the situation with an inappropriate joke. He's also so romantic and thoughtful. He makes a huge effort to surprise you with thoughtful gifts or romantic evenings. He writes essays and cards for you, and now Orla. And even if you're staying home in an evening, he'll light the candles and cook some food. He's a fantastic dad to Orla. And she's 100% a daddy's girl. He's patient, loving, and fun, and even though he works so hard, he always spends time with her. You love watching them together, laughing. Rick is also very adventuresome. He's a big dreamer. He has big ideas that he's always pursuing to achieve. He never stands still, and you find this so inspiring. Rick's easygoing personality has definitely rubbed off on you. You say that your family would say that you were a difficult teenager. True? Headstrong, stubborn, argumentative. And Rick is completely opposite of this, and he'd do anything to avoid an argument with others. And over the years, he's taught you to be so much calmer and accepting. Since the beginning, Rick has been your best friend. He's supported you through everything, and he's given you confidence to do things you say you never would have done without him. And he's also made it so much fun along the way. Your daughter is the most important thing in your life. Second and third come food and comedies. And close behind this, you love nothing more than to snuggle up with a bottle of wine on Friday night in your pajamas. I have a feeling you're not going to be doing that here. You made too much to do in the city. You experience yourself as soulmates, definitely best friends, and you've been joined at the hip from the start. You have a telepathic relationship. So much so that your parents forbid you to play charades on the same team because they know that you'll know the answers just with one gesture. You cannot imagine not seeing each other every single day. Mel, you say you still get butterflies every time Rick comes home and gives you a kiss. You're both adventurous and not afraid to take risks like the time you left those unsatisfactory jobs and took off on the most amazing adventure for a year. Steve Jobs would be very proud of you. Right. You say that you saw more in that year than some people ever experience in a lifetime. When you returned, you retrained in an area that you felt passionate about. Mel never wavered in her faith in you. She never worried about the money. She only wanted you to be happy. Together, you have the guts and the courage and sense of adventure to meet and get through any of life's challenges. So New York, you must know, is a very special place to them because they first came here when they were only 21. You were sitting here in Central Park watching a musician play a guitar. He was playing James Taylor's Only a Dream in Rio. And James Taylor is one of your favorite musicians. You felt so overwhelmingly happy. And when Mel turned to you and said this was her favorite spot in all the world, you made a promise to yourself that whether it was 2, 3, or 10 years, you would propose here on that spot. And so you did. In 2011, you surprised Mel with a trip to New York. She thought she was going to Barcelona. On the way, she lost her luggage, but yours was not lost. In yours was a hidden ring, and when Mel tried to go in to find some socks, you wouldn't let her. She thought you were very selfish, but she didn't realize that the ring was hidden. So you managed to get her here in Central Park, pretending to look for the guitars, and you gave her the ring in your proposal. And she said yes. And then you went and celebrated with Toby and Neil. Well, I searched all over New Jersey and New York, and I found that guitarist. Now, he may look a little different than he did back in 2011, but he's here today, and once again, I'm going to ask him to play a little bit of your song. Marriage is spoken of as the joining of hands. Well, you're already joined in the hands and the hip. So I'd like you to look at each other's hands so you can see the gift they are to you. Mel, these are the hands, loving and devoted, that are holding yours on your wedding day, as Rick promises to love you and to continue to love you for all the days of your life. These are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you for a lifetime. They'll share with you the joys of watching Miss Orla and any other children you may have grow through the years. These are the hands that will hold yours as you continue your journey together. Rick, these are the hands, beautiful, full of life, holding yours on your wedding day, as Mel promises to love you for all the days of her life. And these hands will passionately love you and cherish you for a lifetime. They'll also share with you the joys of watching Orla and any other children you may have grow through the years and all your adventures and endeavors. These are the hands that will hold yours as you continue your journey together. May these hands be blessed. May they always hold one another, be rich in caring, and steeped in devotion. So I'm going to let you say your vows to each other. Do you have yours? Yes. Okay. So would you look at Rick? And both look at each other for a moment. And I want you to look in each other's eyes, and I want you to see there all the love that you've shared in the past, all these 12 years, all the love that's brought you here today. And look again and see all the love you're feeling right now as you stand here in front of your family and friends, really and truly about to become husband and wife. And once again, for all the love you'll be sharing in the future. And Mel, would you look at Rick and say, I now take you, Rick, to be my husband.
Be my husband.
And you reach your house.
I'm glad you're reading because I need to read mine as well.
To Rick, thank you for being my best friend, soulmate, shoulder to cry on, and partner in crime for all these years. Thank you for making me laugh every single day, usually through some form of nudity. Thank you for expanding my world by taking me on an adventure of a lifetime. Thank you for loving me, especially at times when I'm not easy to love. Thank you for giving me a beautiful princess and being the perfect daddy. Thank you for making me your wife. I will love you forever with all my heart.
Rick, will you look at me and say, I, Rick,
Oh yeah, good one. I, Rick,
take you, Mel,
to
be my wife.
be my wife.
Now you can take you back. Where they're sitting somewhere.
There we go. You might be here a while here. Mel, we've come here to get married because it had to be here. It had to be the best place in the world because you deserve the best. You deserve the best because you are the best. The best mum, the best girlfriend, the best cook, and my best friend. Although all is starting to creep up on you a bit there. When I first saw you 12.5 years ago, I thought you were this beautiful, perfect, unattainable girl. They say time erodes that initial love and desire, but I still feel that way about you standing here today. And I can't believe, and nothing makes me more proud, that you've chosen to spend the rest of your life with me. But then I realised that we're made for each other. Nobody laughs harder when they're together. Nobody argues more passionately. Nobody knows each other better than we do. In fact, you know me better than myself. And nobody has bigger dreams. Dreams that I know we'll achieve together. Now, I won't spend the next few minutes explaining how I'm going to care for you in sickness and health and all that, because that's a given. You know that. You know I will commit the rest of my life to protecting you, Orla, and all our other little babies, and making sure you're the happiest family in the world. But I'll make this one promise that I know will mean more to you than anything. I will always stay hungry. I will always stay foolish.
So now that you've all heard these promises that these two have made, I ask you, as the community that surrounds them, do you promise to support them in keeping their promises? And if so, would you answer by saying, we do? We do. They do. So, Gary, I think you have some rings for me, don't you? So before you actually give me the rings, what I know all of you have come such a long distance, and I know how special you are to Mel and Rick. You know, when they first decided to come to New York, they thought it was just going to be them. The three of them. But they were completely overwhelmed by your response of wanting to be here with them. You don't know how, well, you do know, but how special that is to them. So I'm going to ask Gary to start by holding the rings, and I'm going to have each of you pass the rings in your hand, and as you do that, send all your love and wishes into them. And I'm going to invite you to say a few words, not a lot of words, but a few words to Mel and Rick. They've waited 12 years for this moment, so from your hearts, just spontaneous. Go ahead, Gary. No, you're gonna hold them here. Yeah, you're gonna put them both together. Put that hold them and say something. Yeah.
Well, I've seen Rick and Mel over the years from the early days, and I can honestly say with all my heart, I've never seen or witnessed two people that should be together for the rest of their lives. It's been wonderful to see just what we have to do.
Gary, do you
take it out to everyone.
Look how nervous everyone
We'll come last to moms. No, yeah, go here at one. Moms and dads.
Bloody hell, Gary.
Don't think, just say it from your heart.
I don't really know what to say. Rick's my big brother to me.
That was good. You said it. Sometimes tears say more than words.
Rick, you're an amazing brother. You know I love you to pieces. And I've got another sister in the back. So best of luck to both of the girls.
Thanks, John.
Congratulations to both of you. I wish you many years of
It's like to speak. Thank you very much for inviting me as part of your special day. It's going to be a truly amazing day and we've got so much to look forward to. So again, thanks from us to you.
I think it's you people more perfectly. It's absolutely to be here. It's just so special, so fantastic. Thank you for having us. It's very lovely to be back. Such a beautiful day, such a beautiful couple. Wish you all the love and well.
Congratulations to you both and thank you for inviting us to share this day.
Thank you.
As Matt said, we've known each other so long now. And you are such a wonderful couple together.
Cheers.
Congratulations, both of you. You're amazing together. And thanks for having it in New York.
I'm just so grateful that I could be here to see you on your special day. The lovely people together, and you're going to have a wonderful future with no babies and time off work.
Thanks. Come on, it's too heavy, you know.
All right, Mom.
Hold Daddy's hand. Hold Daddy's hand.
Just fantastic day. I don't know what to say more than just this little one here is just our world, and she's been made by you two, and we can't thank you enough for that.
Ella, I'm not going.
I was just going to say, I did so. We're both really lucky, and we're really lucky. I love you so much.
You are a fantastic couple, but now you're a fantastic family.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. By this time, I now have a British accent. These rings that have been well and truly blessed by your family and friends are circles without beginning or end. And that's why through all the years they've come to represent eternal love between two people joined in mind, heart, body, and soul. May these rings hold the dreams that you share. May they remind you of your eternal love and the promises you've made here at your special spot in New York today. May they also travel with you in all those adventures I know you're going to continue to have, and all those surprises, even after 12 years, that you've yet to discover together. My wish and my blessing, as I know your family and friends' wish and blessings for you, is that you always see these rings through the eyes of your very deep soul's connection. So you want to take those two rings and put them on Mel, the wedding day closest to her heart, and say, Mel, I give you this ring, or these rings,
Mel, I give you these rings.
and with it,
And with it,
I give you my promise
I give you my
that you
promise
shall never walk alone.
that you shall never walk alone.
You have one more to go. Got it?
Chubby fingers.
Okay. And those two and put it on Rick. Say, Rick, I give you the strength.
Rick, I give you this
And
hand,
with it,
and with it,
I give you my promise
I give you my promise
that you shall never walk
that you shall never walk alone.
Mel and Rick, you've always loved each other. Now that you're a family of three, you feel your marriage completes your little family, which will keep growing, I know. Here in New York, in your spot, you become officially what you've known all along in your hearts to be. Forever soulmates, forever united as one. So, once we pronounce you, I'm going to invite you to kiss, not in one kiss, but in your very special four-kiss way. So I know that you met when you were only 15 on that New Year's Eve, but I do think that it must have been a love such as yours that had the 13th century poet write these words. And what he said was, when I heard my first love story, I started looking for you. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere, they are in each other's hearts all along. So after 12 years, are you ready? So turn and face everyone, hold hands, because I'm going to invite you all to join me. We're going to do a British pronouncement here. So all together, we're going to pronounce Mel and Rick, husband and wife, together. So repeat after me. Mel and Rick. Mel and Rick. It is our great joy. It is our great joy to pronounce you. To pronounce you. Husband and wife. Kiss your way.
Always good.
You get a fun story to put together.
Beautiful.
Thank you. You find the Maiden name right here, and you're number one on top. Remember that.
Yeah, I'm number two.
Yeah. Just remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. That was easy.
Right, so I'm
And Sir Rick,
So I am
right there. Just sign.
There we are.
They did it. 12 years and married.
I was talking very.
Oh, that would be really lovely. That's what lovely. That would work. See, I don't remember this. No, don't retake it. Please, don't.
No, I know.
All right, this is mine. Okay, you guys were. Good. You can say that. I am definitely going to say, oh, you know what? I'm going to say you don't know each other. That would yeah, you're good. I think you're good. Pictures of you and the baby.
My pleasure. Congratulations. I'm glad Sheila found me after all. I've changed over the years. Right?
As you say,
Congratulations on a long and happy life.
oh, they will. I want to see the pictures of the next baby. You make beautiful babies.
Glad I was able to play.
So where did you put that beard?